Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Super Wrestling Federation's Saturday Night Power Slam. Take a look at the ring, and you're going to see the Feaster of Fears, the Prowler, the Living Legend, one half of the Trout Busters, and Trout, the role model Magnificent Mandy, and of course the wicked Jack Lantern. If you're wondering what's going on, folks, well, I'm here to tell you. One of these four great competitors is going to win this match. First fall to the finish. No countouts, no disqualifications. You can pick up the win by pinfall, submission, or critical knockout. Whoever wins will be crowned the winner and be granted the #1 contendership to Luigi Calzone and the SWF Heroic Championship. Blue McNulty was unsuccessful against the Calzone cousins in that 2-on-1 handicap match, so we still have a vacant position for the SWF Heroic Championship #1 contendership. But one of these four incredible stars is going to win tonight and go on to challenge Luigi Calzone for the SWF Heroic Championship. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Magnificent Mandy? Will it be Jack Lantern? Will it be the Prowler or Ed Trout? Stay tuned. Don't you dare touch that dial. You're going to want to see how this match turns out. One of these four is guaranteed to be the first #1 contender to Luigi Calzone and the SWF Heroic Championship. Blue McNulty couldn't get the job done, so one of these four is going to. We will have a definitive winner in this match, folks. What a great opportunity for all four of these competitors who were all hand-chosen by management as the most impressive as of late. The Prowler, Jack Lantern, Ed Trout, Magnificent Mandy. All four of them would love to get their hands on Luigi Calzone, would love to be the second ever SWF Heroic Champion. But there can only be one, and there will be a definitive winner by the end of it all. There are no countouts. There are no disqualifications. We will not leave tonight's event until there is a definitive #1 contender for the Heroic Championship. But who it's going to be, you'll have to stay to find out. Back and forth between the Prowler and Ed Trout. Oh, spinning discus clothesline. A common maneuver there by Jack Lantern. Oh, Jack Lantern spits fire to the eyes of the Prowler, showing no fear of the Feaster of Fears. Too very dark. What? Hey! Oh my goodness, the Scarecrow neckbreaker! The finishing maneuver hit onto the Prowler by Jack Lantern, calls that the Scarecrow's neckbreaker. Oh! Jawbreaker there. Right onto Ed Trout. The pinfall interrupted there by Magnificent Mandy, who now hits the Irish whip on Ed Trout and now puts the submission hold onto the Prowler. Oh! My gosh! He spit fire onto the lower torso of Magnificent Mandy. She had to break the submission hold because of it. Russian leg sweep there by Trout. Wait a second here. Up and down he goes. Beautiful maneuver there by Jack Lantern, going for the pin. Gets a 2 count. Ed Trout went in for the pinfall on Magnificent Mandy, but she was able to escape. Oh, beautiful tag team work there by the Prowler and the Wicked One. Magnificent Mandy fighting off both the unlikely duo of Ed Trout and the Prowler. Sometimes you'll see people work together in these types of matches, but the alliances don't last forever because there can only be one winner in the end. The same goes for Battle Royals. Oh, elbow to the nose. Ed Trout with the reverse suplex. Down goes the Prowler. Oh, the Prowler now going after Magnificent Mandy, picks her up and smashes her leg on his knee. Beautiful dropkick there by Ed Trout. I believe he knocked down Jack Lantern there, and he's going off with the Fist of Fury on the Prowler. Oh, kick to the head of Magnificent Mandy. So much pandemonium going on, folks. We've got four of the top talent wrestlers here at the SWF going at it head to head. Oh, 2.9. Ed Trout almost picked up the pinfall over the Prowler. 2.9 doubles. Am I seeing doubles? I think I just saw 2 Russian leg sweeps at the same time. Beautiful discus clothesline there by Jack Lantern. Going after Ed Trout. Ed Trout fighting back with all the fight he's got in his fist. Figure 4 leg lock. That maneuver recently won a match for Magnificent Mandy. Perhaps that could be the move that gets her victory tonight and earns her the #1 contendership against Luigi Calzone. If I had to make an educated guess, I would say Tony, Luigi. Hold on a second here. Tony, Luigi, and Frankie Calzone are backstage watching this match very closely, wanting to see who their next victim is going to be. They've already written off Blue McNulty. They attacked him, took his contendership for the Battle Royal, and now they just conned him into a stipulation match where now he has to have his head shaven, which I don't know if it's already been shaved or not, and he can never challenge for the Heroic Championship so long as Luigi Calzone is the champion. Oh, the full Nelson being applied on Ed Trout there by Jack Lantern. Not enough to submit him, but enough to put some damage down. Uh-oh. Oh, drops him on his head! Devastating suplex there by Magnificent Mandy. The Prowler back to his feet, locks up, goes for the multiple European uppercuts. Back and forth contest between Lantern and Trout. I don't know who's going to win this match. I think everybody has a fair chance of winning. We know statistically everybody has a 25% chance of winning. Oh my goodness! But who will walk out victorious? I think everybody has a chance of doing so. Look, I don't think there's anyone in this match who is more likely to win than the others. Oh, tried to spin into the eyes of Magnificent Mandy. Luckily, she had not picked her head up all the way. Spinning venom into the sky. The Prowler. Another superhuman-like character in the SWF. Wait a second. Oh, Jack Lantern fighting off both Ed Trout and Magnificent Mandy. Ed Trout going off on Jack Lantern. Meanwhile, being tossed. Being tossed above her shoulder and into the sky was the Prowler. Now spinning suplex to Ed Trout by Magnificent Mandy. Beautiful maneuver. Frankensteiner there by Mandy. Now picking up Trout. Spinning back suplex. Uh-oh, the Prowler has something in mind. Oh! Oh! Death by Nightmare. The finishing maneuver of the Prowler. But now he's waiting atop and... Oh, double knees to the chest of Jack Lantern. Magnificent Mandy going for the submission on Ed Trout. Will he tap out? Not if Jack Lantern has anything to say about it. His sadistic clothesline, breaking up the submission. Now turns his attention to the living legend Ed Trout. Club to the back. Magnificent driver on the Prowler. Jack Lantern. Oh, Jack Lantern looked too stunned to break it up. But it looks like Ed Trout was able to hit that spear, break up the pinfall, continuing the match. He did not want to see the match end. He wants that #1 contendership, as do his 3 opponents. Uh-oh. Oh, the jawbreaker by Jack Lantern. Oh, working on the ribs of Magnificent Mandy. Uh-oh. Now on Ed Trout. Smashing those ribs right into his knee. Oh, Ed Trout here. Oh, smashes the back of Jack Lantern onto his knee and then clobbers his chest with his forearm. Uh-oh, Magnificent Mandy picks up Ed Trout and tosses him almost out of the ring. Picks him up and throws him like yesterday's garbage. I wonder if Luigi Calzone has somebody that he wants to face from this. No matter who wins, it's a credible contender. Oh my gosh, the Prowler is stabbing Magnificent Mandy in the back of the neck with a fork. And I hate to say it, but that's perfectly legal. Oh, spitting fire. Low blow. All sorts of carnage and devastation going on at once. That's what makes these multi-man matches so dangerous. Oh, the electric chair drop to Magnificent Mandy by the Prowler. Oh, spitting fire. Did not connect, however, did face a head-on collision with Ed Trout after he bounced off the ropes. The figure 4 being applied. Scarecrow's neckbreaker. The Scarecrow's neckbreaker. Wait a second. Magnificent Mandy has submitted the Prowler. Magnificent Mandy is the #1 contender to Luigi Calzone and the SWF Heroic Championship. Jack Lantern was able to hit his finisher on Ed Trout, but not enough to pick up the pinfall or pick up the win. Ladies and gentlemen, the #1 contender to Luigi Calzone and the SWF Heroic Championship is Magnificent Mandy with the figure 4 leg lock on the Prowler to pick up the win. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been quite a match. Wow. All 4 of these competitors put on the show of a lifetime, but in the end, it was the magnificent one, the heroic, magnificent Mandy, the role model, that wins. Magnificent Mandy is the #1 contender to Luigi Calzone and the SWF Heroic Championship. She is the next victim to the Calzone family. She is the next challenge for Luigi Calzone. I know that he and his cousins will be watching her very closely, and I know he's going to be hanging on to that title very tightly. Congratulations to Magnificent Mandy, the #1 contender to the SWF Heroic Championship. I look forward to seeing Magnificent Mandy versus Luigi Calzone for the SWF Heroic Championship. Until then, we'll see you next time on SWF's Saturday Night Power Slam.